just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the New York Giants. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the New York Giants. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it with Ballage. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Ballage. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Ballage. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown of the new season.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked on by Jair Alexander, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two. So I would agree with you totally on that.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Julio. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
75 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Watson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Watson.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
They'll run here with Balaj. Runs over him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Balaj, able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, Allen. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And now here's a carry heading left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Watson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Cook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed.
There he goes, left side. The 40, the 20, 10, 5.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
87 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now they try the right side here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. 20! And his throw is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 24, Allen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's the way to get it going, boy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. They've got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Cook. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Again, it's Ballage. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And to give this time to the tailback. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Now Allen. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Watson. Complete. It's Johnson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when we see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The drive will commence with a run by Ballage. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw, it's Allen. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Rolling to his right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Check 26, shoot, watch the shoot.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 30.
Washington on third down.
They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. 29 yards.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Now Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Washington on 3rd down.
6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking ththese up. This is 3rd and 8. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Allen to throw it. That's to his running back, complete.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some room to roam now. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a give running right, it's Cook. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Again, it's Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Yeah, the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
24 is the mic. Yeah, I got you. 24 is the mic. Watch the mic. 24 is the mic. All day, dog. 24.
To the air, Allen. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Not enough there for a 1st. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.